So when
we'll
I
read from here.
The following day, at school, Lulu and her classmates talked some more about their plan. An exciting plan to get the whole village to support them. Save the forest. The plan was to walk through the streets and educate the village about trees and how important they are to humans. To do this, however, they needed something to write their messages on. Miss Gugu promised to provide the kids with some cardboards and color pens so they could write their messages on them for the walk. They were ready to save the forest and everything in it. Miss Gugu brought some cardboards and colors to the school the following day. All the kids in Lulu's class wrote their messages on the cardboards. The message on Lulu's cardboard was a good one. Save our trees, it says on her card. Lulu's message read, humans need trees to breathe. Miss Gugu helped the other kids write their messages too. They were very clever and meaningful messages on the boards.
The day for the walk finally arrived. Lulu, her classmates, and Miss Gugu were ready to take their walk through the streets of the village. They got together at the school park and began to walk through the village. They made sure to carry the cardboards with them. The people in the village were curious and asked lots of questions. They wanted to know what the walk and cardboards were all about. Lulu, her mates and teacher told the people in the village about the trees and explained the effects of the destruction of the forest. The people were surprised and wondered why such a thing had been allowed to happen. Some joined Lulu and her mates and urged the others to join as well. They marched and sang through the streets of the village. They placed some of the cardboards on trees and buildings in the village. They wanted more people in the village to know what was happening. Lulu and her mates were happy. Their plan was a successful one, and almost everyone in the village supported them.
Soon, people all over the village began to read the messages and realized how important the trees were and how cutting them down was a bad and cruel thing to do. They promised to stop people from cutting the trees in the forest and punish those who refused to obey the law. Grandma Ola and her friends got to read the messages too. They were all happy and concerned, as well as proud. Soon the leaders and elders in the village got to hear about what was going on. The message from Lulu and the other kids in her class had reached them. They were concerned and worried. Next, they called for a town hall meeting.
They ordered the men cutting down the trees and destroying the forest to stop doing so. They promised to punish anyone who disobeyed the law and did things their way. Those cutting the trees were unwilling to stop immediately, but the village elders forced them out and told them never to come back. The villagers cheered, "Yay! We won't allow our forest to be destroyed anymore." The village elders announced, "No more cutting of trees. We need them to survive." The people in the village responded,
"It's good we have fought to protect our beautiful forest and the life in it. As humans, we have to take care of nature. one of the village elders, said. A few days later, an announcement was made and a ban was officially placed on the cutting of trees in the forest. Everyone agreed and promised to obey and keep the law.
Lulu and the classmates were very happy they had succeeded. Now they could keep the forest safe and the creatures, birds, insects, and all that lived in it. Also, there'd be no shortage of fresh air and oxygen. The rivers, streams, and ponds wouldn't get dried up, and there was going to be enough shade for everyone.
Granny Ola's vegetables and plants in her garden can grow properly without dying. There'll be enough food for everyone to eat, including Jomo, Tambo, and Kifi. Later, the elders of the village thanked Miss Gugu and the kids for saving the forest and educating them about the importance of trees. They called them heroes and named a street in the village after them.
Lulu and her classmates were very proud of themselves. They started a tree planting club in their school and promised to continue helping people understand the importance of trees and the forest. They asked Miss Gugu, their teacher, to help and lead them. They couldn't wait to add more trees to the ones they already had.
Hurrah!
And that's the end of our story.
I hope you children enjoyed it, seeing two men reading for you.
Yes.
This also signifies that we also do read.
Read.
Do have a nice evening or do have a good day.
Bye.